Well, good morning, everybody. Today, Tal and I don't have a whole lot scheduled, so we're going to run up to Mall of America just to check that place out. I know some people that live around here don't think it's a big deal, but at one point in time, it was the largest mall in America, I believe, and I've never been there. So just to kill some time, we're going to go up there and see what it's like. So does anybody remember the movie Mallrats? If you do, you're probably about as old as me. Anyway, I've never been much of a mall rat, but I thought it'd be interesting just to go up there and see what the hype was all about. Like I said, the Mall of America was built back in the 90s, so it's old news now. I've never been there. Even though all the times we've come up to Minnesota to visit, we've just never had a chance to get up there. So this seemed like something to do with the day because we have got nothing else planned. America, pretty interesting place. All right. I hope you guys saw that sunset there for a moment. I couldn't focus on it too well because I was driving. But we're on our way back to Brennan and Ron's house. Decided to stop and get a little bit of Dairy Queen along the way. You know, the mall was pretty interesting. Like I said earlier, I'm not much of a mall rat by any means. But there was a full amusement park inside, like a big Lego exhibit. All kinds of attractions, not just shops. I mean, it had the shops like your normal mall has. All the big stores, all the little stores, and sometimes they're even duplicates. Like, take Spencer's, for instance. There was more than one Spencer's in the store. Caribou Coffee, there had to be at least 4 of them that I think I saw in there. So there were duplicates, and I guess that the mall is so big, and I imagine that during the season, there's enough people there to justify having more than one location within the same mall and still give them a good amount of business. So, hey, whatever works for them, works for them. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Strange turn of events today also. As you know, Tal and I are sitting here for a while. We don't have any work, basically, until we can load this next job, which is Wednesday of next week, and today is Friday. So today, dispatch called me, and they've actually got another driver that has a load scheduled for Monday and Tuesday. So they're going to pack it on Monday, load it on Tuesday. Not a real big job. I think they said it's about 11,000 pounds. But the crew that they had scheduled to help them tested positive for COVID, so they're not going to be able to go. So since Town and I are sitting here, they asked us if we wanted to go. Now it's way up in North Minnesota, which and I hear that the scenery up there is just absolutely gorgeous. So what they're going to do is they're going to pay Talon and I to go up there and just help them load the job and pack it. They're going to put us in a hotel for 2 nights, and they're going to cover the rental car, so we don't have to drive the semi up there. So we're going to go ahead and go do that. That gives us something to do on Monday and Tuesday. Then we'll come back down here late Tuesday night, and then we'll have to load our job on Wednesday morning and load the second job on Thursday morning, and then we'll start heading out of here. But I don't know if I'm going to do any more videos this weekend because there's not a whole lot of exciting stuff, but if something exciting does come up, I'll try to make sure to do it. Hey, and I hope the video quality and the sound quality is a little bit better, because while we're at the mall today, I picked up a new iPhone 12 Pro, which is supposedly got a really nice camera on it, and just looking at the screen here, it looks much better. So tell me in the comments what you guys think about the new phone, whether the quality's good, whether it sounds any better, and if you enjoyed the Mall of America. So until the next time I see you, keep those engines running. Hey guys, one thing I want to mention that I failed to mention in that closing clip there is that the Mall of America was pretty much like 4 stories tall. So there were 3 main levels, and they were huge compared to your average mall. It took quite a bit of time to walk the full loop around it. That amusement park area that you saw there was kind of in the middle of the mall, so everything else went around it. Now the 4th floor wasn't real big, but the 3 main levels were. And interestingly enough, there was actually a aquarium in there too, which was actually below the mall. So there were at least 2 more levels that we could see that went below that. So that would make 6 levels total. Now, we didn't go down into the aquarium. It was an attraction, like a lot of things that were there, and you had to pay to get in there. We just weren't really interested in all that. We were just kind of exploring. So we didn't do any of the paid attractions, but there was, like I said, it wasn't just a shopping mall. It was a tourist attraction, and there was a lot of things there you could pay to experience while you were there. One was like the Sistine Chapel. There was the laser tag. You had the amusement park and the Legoland type thing that was in there. All of these things had lines you had to pay for admission to get into, and we didn't do any of that stuff. But I will say, like, you know, the food court was pretty elaborate, lots of different choices there. And then outside of the standard food court like you get in a regular mall, there was also a lot of full sit-down restaurants that were inside the mall. So you had like Bubba Gump's, Dick's Last Resort, there was a Benihana's, a bunch of other ones that I'd never even heard of before, but they were, you know, full dining experiences, not just like the fast food like the Taco Bell and the Chick-fil-A and so on and so forth that you see in most mall food courts. So if you ever get up in the area, I definitely recommend going and seeing it. As I said before, I'm not much of a mall rat, and chances are I will never go there again. But it's one of those things you kind of knock off your list just to say you've done it, you've seen it. It's the world's largest mall, or at least it was. Whether it still is or not, I don't know. So that's one thing we can knock off of our list.